Hey guys, let's get more news about Lakers, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. NBA, Warriors leading way as team values hit $4.6 billion average, report. The NBA, where a big three combination of players often proves successful on the floor, has a big three in terms of franchise value, too. The Golden State Warriors, New York Knicks and Los Angeles Lakers are the league's most valuable franchises by a long distance, Sportico announced in its annual assessment on Wednesday. The Warriors are worth $9.14 billion, the Knicks $8.3 billion, and the Lakers $8.07 billion, per the report. Golden State is considered the second most valuable franchise in U.S. sports, trailing only the Dallas Cowboys, $10.3 billion. The assessments include ownership's real estate as well as team-related businesses such as WNBA franchises. The average NBA team is worth $4.6 billion, a 15% rise over last year and nearly twice the worth from 4 years ago. The Warriors, who have an affiliated WNBA expansion team set to start next year, saw their value go up 10% from 2023. The Knicks had a 12% rise, and the Lakers had a 10% hike. The Brooklyn Nets are fourth on the list with a $5.7 billion value, a rise of 43% from the club's 13th place ranking last year. Billboard cited the Nets' Barclays Center venue as the world's highest-grossing arena as of April. Rounding out the top 10 are the Los Angeles Clippers, $5.68 billion, the for-sale Boston Celtics, $5.66 billion, the Chicago Bulls, $5.56 billion, the Miami Heat, $5 billion, the Houston Rockets, $4.77 billion, and the Toronto Raptors, $4.66 billion. Among the top 10 franchises, only the Lakers and Celtics don't control their venues. The bottom three on the list are the Minnesota Timberwolves, $3.29 billion, the New Orleans Pelicans, $3.09 billion, and the Memphis Grizzlies, $3.06 billion. Per Sportico, NBA teams have a higher value-to-revenue ratio than those of any other major U.S. sports league. On that list, MLS is second, followed in order by the NFL, the NHL, the WNBA, the NWSL, and MLB. Cameron Brink gives update on rehab for torn ACL. Cameron Brink was off to a stellar start to her 2024 rookie season. From the season opener on, she was as good as anticipated, demonstrated that she could become an elite defender and had tremendous upside offensively. Unfortunately, 15 games into her WNBA season, she tore her ACL, ending her rookie campaign. While Brink can't currently play, she hasn't been inactive. She was in attendance for Sparks head coach Lynn Roberts' introductory press conference and has recently made waves by announcing that she would play in Unrivaled with the Lunar Owls in 2026. Health-wise, Brink is still far from being ready for competitive basketball. However, she told People in an exclusive interview that her rehab has been going well. As for where Brink stands in recovery, she confirms she's about 5 months post-op and is slowly easing back into a familiar rhythm. "I feel really good. I mean, I'm not close to being back, but that's fine," she says, though shares she's been able to shoot around a bit on the court. Brink adds, "That's just a part of the process, but I truly feel really good, and I think that's just a testament to the people I surround myself with. I'm very lucky, and there's not been many bumps in the road." In the best-case scenario, Brink will be ready for the start of the WNBA season opener on May 15 against the Golden State Valkyrie. Before getting injured, Brink was averaging 7.5 points, 5.3 rebounds, 1.3 steals, and 2.3 blocks per game. If she could have maintained those block numbers, she would have ended the season with the second most rejections in the WNBA, behind only the unanimous MVP, A'ja Wilson. The Sparks desperately need Brink back. They are currently suffering from their longest playoff drought in franchise history, having failed to make it to the postseason in the last 4 years. with Brink returning and key pieces in place, such as Rick Jackson, De'Arica Hamby, and their upcoming number 2 pick in the 2025 WNBA draft, this could be the beginning of a return to prominence for the Sparks. Hopefully, Brink will return from her ACL injury in time for the WNBA season and build on a positive sophomore year with an equally productive time with the Lunar Owls in 2026. Lakers vs. Kings preview and predictions. The Lakers, 14-12, head to Sacramento as 5-point underdogs against the Kings, 13-14, Thursday night, with both teams searching for consistency in a crowded Western Conference playoff race. Fresh off his 40-point performance against Memphis, Anthony Davis, 27.8 ppg, 7th in NBA, leads Los Angeles into Golden One Center to face De'Aaron Fox, 26.2 ppg, 8th in NBA, and the Kings' high-powered offense that averages 116.7 points per game. The matchup presents an interesting contrast in styles. Sacramento's offensive firepower will test a Lakers defense that's shown flashes of elite potential, particularly with Davis protecting the rim. Meanwhile, the Kings could be short-handed with Kevin Huerter and Keegan Murray's status uncertain due to injuries. Recent history favors the Lakers, who won the last meeting 131-127. However, Los Angeles has struggled lately, winning just 4 of their last 10 games. The Kings are coming off a heartbreaking 1-point loss to Denver but had won 3 straight before that setback. While Sacramento's home court advantage and offensive capabilities make them favorites, the Lakers' star power and ability to rise to big moments suggest this could be closer than the spread indicates. Computer projections favor the Kings 117-111, but Davis's dominance inside and LeBron James's leadership make the Lakers dangerous underdogs in what should be a down-to-the-wire contest. J.J. Redick reveals key to unleashing Bronny James' NBA potential. Things are starting to click for the Los Angeles Lakers' 2024 second-round pick and son of LeBron James, Bronny James. The younger James has found a groove across his 3 December games with the Lakers' G League team, the South Bay Lakers. He is averaging 20.6 points, 2.0 assists, and 2.6 rebounds while shooting 43% from the field. Something that Lakers head coach J.J. Redick clearly felt he was capable of. When talking to the media on Tuesday, Redick expressed that it has never been a talent issue with him. Instead, Redick explained it is more James' fear of failing that is preventing him from taking off. He's very coachable, Redick said. And I've told him this. He's got to get to the point where it's okay to fail. And I think he has a real reservation to fail. I think a lot of that is he's had a camera on him since he was 8 years old. I can't imagine Knox and Kai, Redick, having cameras at their rec league games. He's had attention on him. I'm cognizant of that. Once he develops that, he's gonna take off, Redick said. Like literally take off. He will do everything we've asked him to, and he's done everything we've asked him to do. It's just really a part of player development and not just the physical skills and the physical development. It is the mental development as well. James will have more chances to build off his strong showings in the upcoming G League Winter Showcase, which takes place December 19th to 22nd in Orlando. According to a report by ESPN's Shams Charania and Dave McMenamin, both James' agents and the team felt it could be helpful for his development. Aside from talking about what is holding James back, Redick also touched on the positives that they are seeing from him, per ESPN. I think where I've seen his progress on court in the G League, I think some decision-making with the basketball, being on ball and making good decisions both as a scorer and as a playmaker, Lakers coach J.J. Redick said. Continuing to see the flashes defensively of what we're really excited about. James and the South Bay Lakers will be taking on the Greensboro Swarm on Thursday. D'Angelo Russell's uncertain Lakers role leads to insightful revelation. What is D'Angelo Russell's current role with the Los Angeles Lakers? He has played in 25 of the Lakers' 26 games during the 2024-25 season, but Russell has started just 10 of those contests. Russell addressed his mindset amid his role uncertainty while speaking to reporters on Tuesday. "I think you have two choices," Russell said, via Dave McMenamin of ESPN. "You either deal with it and adapt, control the longevity of your career. Or you don't and your career can end in the NBA. It's all about adapting." Russell is seemingly willing to adapt as he comes off the bench for the Lakers. The Lakers are looking for someone to claim the fifth starter role. It goes without saying, but LeBron James and Anthony Davis will start when they are healthy. Austin Reeves has cemented his status as a starter as well. Rui Hachimura and Max Christie are other candidates to start on any given night. Russell has dealt with trade rumors. He is a player who could end up being moved. Russell can still be a starter in the NBA, but his situation in LA is not ideal at the moment. Russell, 28, is averaging 12.4 points per game on 41% field goal and 33.3% three-point shooting up to this point in the 2024-25 NBA season. The Lakers guard is also recording per-game averages of 4.8 assists, 2.7 rebounds, and 0.9 steals per outing. Russell, a former All-Star, still has plenty of production left to offer. Perhaps a fresh start may be best for him as he adjusts to coming off the bench with the Lakers. Hope will not be lost for Russell in LA even if the Lakers do not trade him, though. There are still starting spots up for grabs in the Lakers' rotation. If Russell plays at a respectable level, he can potentially join the starting lineup once again. The Lakers are trying to win, so they may turn to Russell if he displays improved consistency moving forward. The Lakers are 14-12 overall. Los Angeles has not played up to their expectations, but the team has still managed to remain above .500. LA can take a big step forward by adding an upgrade or two ahead of the NBA trade deadline. Lakers predicted to trade $36 million guard to get bench help for LeBron and AD. The Los Angeles Lakers have struggled through the first 26 games of the 2024-2205 season, managing just a 14-12 record, and placing a significant burden on their two aging superstars, 31-year-old, 13th-year big man Anthony Davis and of course, the legendary LeBron James. The 40-year-old, as of December 30th, James, if he plays at least 10 minutes in Friday's game, will surpass Kareem Abdul-Jabbar for the most minutes played in an NBA career when the Lakers take on the Sacramento Kings on the road. James in his 22nd season, which ties Vince Carter for the NBA's longevity record, ranks 26th in the NBA this season in minutes per game, averaging 35 minutes while playing in 24 of the Lakers' 26 contests. That puts James on par with much younger players such as 30-year-old Giannis Antetokounmpo of the Milwaukee Bucks who averages 35.2, and the Boston Celtics' Jaylen Brown who at age 28 averages 35.3 minutes per game. Davis has played 35.3 minutes per game in 25 Lakers games this season. With such a heavy load carried by the two stars, including the NBA's oldest player in James, it shouldn't be surprising that the Lakers bench has played the fourth fewest minutes per game of any NBA team, with the average Los Angeles bench player getting on the court for just 15.5 minutes. That's why the Lakers are predicted, according to NBA experts at ESPN, to prioritize adding to their bench strength via the trade route. And the most likely candidate to be dealt away appears to be point guard D'Angelo Russell. Russell is playing on an expiring contract, owed $18.6 million next season as the back half of a $36 million two-year contract. That makes him an attractive trade piece because any team that acquires him will see his salary go off the books after one more season, opening up $18.6 million in cap space to sign free agents or make trades. Averaging just over 12 points per game, mostly off the bench, Russell is likely to see his second stint with the Lakers coming to a close soon in any event. Drafted by Los Angeles second overall in 2015 out of Ohio State, Russell has had a spotty career at best. After just 2 seasons with the Lakers, he was traded to the Brooklyn Nets, who sent him to the G League, then dealt him after just 1 season to the Golden State Warriors as part of the trade that sent Kevin Durant to Brooklyn. He was quickly traded again, this time to the Minnesota Timberwolves before returning to the Lakers in 2023 as part of a complicated 3-team trade with the Utah Jazz. Is Russell on his way to basketball Siberia in DC? If Russell is indeed about to be dealt away one more time, who would the Lakers expect to receive in return? The Lakers will likely be in the market for bench help to ease the load carried by James and Davis. According to a prediction by the fan-sided blog Lake Show Life, the likely return would come in the form of 2022 to 2023 NBA Sixth Man of the Year Malcolm Brogdon, who recently returned to action after a thumb injury. In the event that Brogdon makes a full recovery, and the Lakers choose to trade Russell, a swap would make sense on multiple levels, wrote Lake Show Life blogger Maxwell Ogden. For starters, Brogdon has an expiring salary of $22.5 million, meaning Los Angeles could realistically construct a financially viable offer. Of course, dealing for Brodon would mean sending Russell to the basketball Siberia inhabited by Brogdon's current team, the 3-21 Washington Wizards, the worst team in the league. But since 2019-20, Brogdon has produced averages of 17.4 points, 5.5 assists, 4.6 rebounds, and 2.0 three-point field goals made on .454/.383/.864 shooting, noted Ogden, adding that the 32-year-old, 9-year veteran also plays a low-risk style of game that's resulted in a career average of just 1.7 turnovers per contest. And you fan? What do you think of the situation of D'Angelo Russell? Leave your opinion in the comments.